So, hoy en la clase vamos a seguir, we are going to do what?
Follow.
Seguir, follow, or what else could it be? Continue. We are going to continue with los DOPs, okay? So a very quick little review. So far we have DOPs. DOPs, that stands for the direct object pronouns, right? Our direct object pronouns, and for right now, we're actually going to take this out. We'll take out the vosotros, and we'll just skip that and we'll do los. Okay, so far we have repite me. Say, Lola. Lo/la. This is not Lola. Don't write down Lola as an answer on your paper. Okay, it's lo or la. We have nos, and then we have los and las. Bien? Okay, DOPs, they always answer the questions what? Who or what? They always answer the questions either who or what. Okay? They will always answer the questions who or what. If we're talking about who, if we see may, what does may mean? Me. Okay, she helps. Who does she help? Me. You. She helps. Who does she help? You. You. What kind of a you? Informal. Muy bien. She helps. Who does she help? Low. What does low mean? Him. What does low mean? Him. Only him. It can't be her. It's him. What does la mean? Her. La would be her. Nos is us. And como se dice we?
Nosotros.
Nosotros. And nosotros is a what? What kind of a pronoun? A personal pronoun, right? So we can never ever abbreviate that to nos, because what does nos mean? Us, and it's a direct object pronoun, right? It takes the place of a direct object, right? A direct object, okay? And then los and las are both going to mean what? Them. Muy bien. They're both going to mean them. Okay, and that's when we're talking about the who's. Yes. Yeah. For right now, this year, I'm not going to do that to you. We'll do that next year. Okay. Then let's look at our the what's. Will I ever use may when I'm answering the question what? No. Will I ever use te?
No.
No. Will I ever use lo?
Yes.
What does it mean?
It.
And what does la mean?
It.
They both mean it. And nos?
No.
No. You can't have both. Okay. And what about los and las?
Them.
Them. They both mean them. Okay. So far, what do you know about DOPs? What do you know so far?
Before the conjugated verb.
Okay. DOP. You can put it before the conjugated verb. Never put it in the middle, even if it is a riddle. Never put it in the middle. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So right now, we're gonna kind of create a process of how to do our DOPs. Okay? Because so far we've been doing very, very basic answers. Okay? I have the keys. What do I have?
The keys.
The keys. I have them. Right? And you're rewriting the exact same sentence. I have the keys. I have them. She helps her. She helps Marta. She helps her. Yes, we've been doing very basic ones. Where you're going to see it start to get a little bit more tricky is when we start adding details, right? The teacher helps Marta in the library at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. And now you've got a whole bunch of vocab words, right? And it starts getting very difficult to find out what the direct object is. Okay? So, first of all, we have questions up here. We've used our direct objects so far only in answers and in statements. We haven't had to answer a question with a DOP, and that's where we're going now, okay? On Friday, your quiz, you are going to have to be able to answer questions with a DOP, okay? So, when we're doing our basic DOPs, let's just do one quick example here. How about... actually, I think we can just start. We'll start with the question.
Okay.
So what is the first step that we do? ¿Quién compra los libros? ¿Quién compra los libros?
Underline the conjugated verb.
Underline the conjugated verb. And I love that you said underline number 1. So we're going to make a list of steps for ourselves. Underline the conjugated underline the conjugated verb. The conjugated verb, okay? And then,
You ask
what's the
who
next
or-
thing you do?
You ask who or what.
Who or what? I still don't know.
You ask who or what.
What? It's what?
Who or what?
What?
Who or what?
That's the answer.
verb.
What? That's one word.
Ah, the verb. You got to go to the verb, right? You have to go to the verb, okay? And what kind of a verb? Any verb?
Only conjugate.
Go to the conjugated verb, okay? Go to the conjugated verb. And ask who or what. Okay? So in this case, it's compra. What does compra mean here?
Buy, she buys.
Either she buys or
He buys.
he buys. Okay, and now, how do you know, how many people are we talking about here?
One.
One person. How do you know that?
Because
Because
it's
it's
singular.
compra, not compran.
Okay, because of the ending compra. How else could you tell me that it's a singular
Quien.
person we're looking for?
Quien.
Quien. I know for my question word that I'm looking for one person, right? Okay. Quien compra, who buys the books? So you go to he buys or she buys, okay? He buys or she buys, and you say he buys who? Is that right? No. Or he buys what? So you could maybe, in your step number 2, you say find the conjugated verb and ask who or what, so you could maybe put yourself he buys who? Or he buys what? Just so that you know in your brain that you're looking for, you're going to have to translate to English what you're doing, yes? Okay? He buys, and in this case, what is our direct object going to be, Miss Sheree?
Books.
The books, los libros. I like it. And what question, if I said, what question is the DOP going to answer, what would you say?
What does Martha buy?
What does he or she buy? Yeah, what does he or she buy? Now, you've already noticed that there's a little answer over here. What the book is going to do is it's going to give you a bunch of questions, and then it's going to load your answer. It's going to tell you how it wants you to answer. Okay? So, first of all, what would you replace los with? Oh, I just asked you what would you replace los with, sorry. What would you replace the direct object, los libros, with? Los, right? Okay, los. We know that now. Okay, we can replace los libros with los. Let's just focus now on answering our question. Okay, who buys the books? And your answer has to be Marta buys the books. Okay, your answer is going to be Marta buys the books. So we're going to start this and we're going to say Marta. And how are you going to conjugate your verb?
Compras. Us.
Compras, you informal buy? Who buys here? Compra. I could say either Marta buys or I could say she buys, right? They're exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to leave a little space here. Compra. Okay? So now we have Marta buys. Marta buys. What does she buy?
Them.
Them. And so how do I say them?
Los.
Los. Marta los compra. And that's going to be your answer to the question.
But since she's feminine, would you put it lost?
Good question. What do you think?
No.
No,
because
the
the
books are
objects.
masculine. Oh.
Yeah. The thing that we are replacing is masculine. And that's a really good question, Sheree, because it's really easy to start mixing these up and forget why you're choosing the DOP that you're choosing. That's exactly why I have you underline the conjugated verb, box the direct object, and if we're answering and asking questions, it would be a great idea just right away to identify which DOP you're going to choose. I think that's a really good step. That would be a great idea. Okay? So then we have Marta buys them. Okay? Repite todos. Marta los compra.
Marta los compra.
Marta los compra.
Marta los compra.
She buys them. Okay, let's do the next one. Cuando visitas... Oh! Why is there an ah there?
Personal.
You're visiting.
You're visiting a
You
person.
are visiting a person. Muy bien. Cuando visitas los parientes. Cuando visitas a los parientes. So, step number 1, what do?
Underline the
Underline
conjugated
the-
verb.
Underline the conjugated verb. And so, Miss Felicia, what would you like me to underline? Good woman, visitas. Muy bien, visitas. And ¿qué significa visitas?
To visit.
Visit.
No.
You informal visit.
You informal visit. You informal visit. Cuando visitas a los parientes. Okay, step number 2, Miss Emma, what do I do? And you don't have to move it back and forth. You can kind of just keep it forward. It's okay on the board. Find the verb. What was our second step? Okay, go to the conjugated verb and ask who or what. So visitas is you informal visit. You informal visit what?
Yeah.
You informal visit
Who?
who? You informal visit who? So what should our step number 3 be maybe? If we were gonna
Box.
box
Square box.
or square, yep, the what? What are we boxing?
The
The direct object.
The direct object. Good job. Box the direct object. Okay, we're gonna box the direct object. Okay, and what would your direct object be in this case, Miss Alexis? A los parientes. Muy bien. When I replace this with a DOP, do I keep the or do I leave it? Or do I keep it or do I drop it?
You drop it.
You drop it. You drop it. Muy bien. Okay, and if I were going to replace a los parientes with a direct object pronoun, which one would you replace it with, Miss Serenity?
Los.
Why did you pick los?
Because it's masculine.
Okay. And why else? Masculine and plural. Muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien, hombres. Okay? So, let's start our answer. Now, forget DOPs completely.
Okay.
You see a question in the to form. How do you have to siempre answer? In the yo form. So, let's start that. Let's start with that. Yo. We're going to leave a little space here. And what's your verb going to be?
Visito.
Visito.
Oh, yeah.
Visito, yep, because we're answering the question now. Yo visito. Okay? And what are we going to put in our box?
Los.
Los. Yo los visito. Now, this is really common and really easy to do because you've already done so much work, right? You had to understand what all the words meant. You have to identify the verb. You have to identify the direct object and replace it with something. But, does this answer your question?
No.
Look at this, Hunter. I ask you, hey, when do you visit your grandparents? When do you visit your grandparents? And you say, I visit them.
Well, when?
I visit. Who do I visit? Them. Did you answer the question?
No.
No, you need to have an answer to your question. So we're not done yet. And they're going to tell you that they do it durante el verano. Durante el verano. During the summer. So then you would just finish your sentence and say during, hello. Durante. Thank you. El verano. ¿Qué significa el verano?
Summer.
Summer. Muy bien. Durante el verano. Dime.
Would that be durante day?
No. Good question. No, it's just durante el verano. During the summer. Okay, good question. All right, number 3. And I forgot to give you the answer here. Number 3. Usan ustedes la pluma el sábado. Usan ustedes la pluma el sábado. Mr. Raymond, what do I do first?
When you underline the conjugated verb.
Good man, and what is that?
La pluma.
La pluma?
No, usan.
It is. It's going to be usan. And this is a little tricky because I tend to use the word el bolígrafo. El bolígrafo is pen, and la pluma is another way to say pen. And you remember this is the same word for feather. Las plumas in Spanish are feathers, and what do they use to make pins out of? Feathers, yep. Okay, so usan ustedes la pluma el sábado. Step number 2, what do I do? Be very careful. Step number 2, what do I do? So,
You ask who or what to the conjugated verb.
who or what to the conjugated verb. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so usan, we say who uses or what do they use?
What does she are they?
Who do you all formal use or what do you all formal use?
What?
What do you all formal use? Yeah. What do you all formal use? And what would your answer be then? La pluma. La pluma. Muy bien. La pluma. And if I was going to replace la pluma with a direct object, Caitlin, which one of our DOPs up here in green and black, which one of our DOPs would you substitute out for la pluma? La. Good woman. Muy bien. La. So we'll just make ourselves a little note that later we're going to replace that with a la. Okay? Does El Sábado matter?
No.
Really?
No.
Mm-mm. What does El Sábado mean?
On
On Saturday. Did you all formal use the pin on Saturday? That's my question to you.
No.
Okay? Your answer is no. Okay? No. Okay, forget everything about DOPs. If you see ustedes inside of the question mark, how do you have to answer?
Nosotros.
Nosotros, always. So there was like 4 of you who said it. So what do I have to answer in if I see ustedes inside of the question marks?
Nosotros.
Nosotros, always, because it's a you all formal, and you're always going to answer with we, right? No, nosotros. Now what do I need?
No.
No. Good job. Way to remember that second no. No, nosotros, no. What is our verb going to be? What is our verb going to be? Usamos. Usamos. El Sábado. Okay? And you said you wanted to put la. Where would you like me to put that?
In between the no and the usamos.
Uh-huh. Which is before.
The conjugated verb.
Oh, that was sad. Maybe we need to line up and
Okay.
say it in front of the YouTube.
Come on.
Okay, you put the DOP before the conjugated verb. Okay, so la usamos. Todo bien? Are we doing okay here? Questions so far? Yeah.
I did no nosotros la usamos el lunes. Does that work? Or are they not gonna
Ah.
love that?
I see what you're doing. Yes, that's a perfectly valid answer. But for right now, do it like this.
Okay.
But yes, that would be absolutely correct. She said, instead of saying, no, we do not use it on Saturday, she said, no, we use it on Monday. That's fine. That's a little bit more complicated though, so we're going to stick with just this for right now. Yes.
So all of these people use the same pen?
Yep.
Yep.
All of us together, we share one
Actually,
thing.
no, we don't.
Me entiendes. Next one. Me entiendes.
You want
Have you guys heard me ask you this? Me entiendes? I ask you guys all the time. Me entiendes?
Do you understand?
Do you guys understand who?
You.
Oh,
Me. Do you guys understand me? And how would you answer that question? Yes, we understand who?
You.
You. Okay, so now this one says, me entiendes. Me entiendes. What form is our verb in?
Is that a yes or a no?
Me entiendes.
You
Okay, we'll
formal.
say, yeah, we're going to say no.
Yes. Yay.
We're going to say no.
Oh.
Okay, so where is your conjugated verb, Mr. Drake?
Our conjugated verb is entiendes.
Entiendes, thank you very much. And what question would you ask?
Do
What?
I understand?
What do I understand? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, what do I understand and what's the answer?
No, I do not understand.
No. What question is the DOP answering? Is it what do I understand?
Who?
It's a who. This one is going to be a who. So remember, and this is where it's going to get really tricky, you guys. You have to know how to ask that question. So you find your conjugated verb and you say, you understand who or you understand what? Okay? Or you could restate the question. You could say, what do you understand or who do you understand? So what is your question?
Who do you understand?
Who do you informal understand? And what is your answer? What is your answer in the question?
No.
May. Dile hola. Do you informal understand me? Okay. Now your answer is going to be no. Okay. Forget everything you know about DOPs. If you see a question in the to form, how do you have to answer?
Yo.
Yo, and the yo form ends in
Oh.
oh. The yo form always ends in o. Okay. No yo entiendo. ¿Todo bien?
No.
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 You need DOP.
I have two
No,
errors.
No.
Yo.
No, yo,
No.
no. Muy bien, you have to have that second no, otherwise you're saying, no, I understand you. You need to say, no, I do not understand. Okay? All right, everything else looks good? Totally bien?
No. DOP.
Okay.
Okay, what DOP would you like me to put?
Change.
I said law.
Tay. It's
Tay?
Yeah.
It is Tay. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
No. And it's NT and no.
How did you know that it's informal?
Because you use entiendes.
Because I used entiendes here. Okay. Do you understand me? No, I don't understand who? You.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't understand who? You. Okay, now are we good? Now we're good to go?
No.
What do you think, Miss Serenity?
Missing an I in entiendo.
Ah, what is our infinitive for intendo here? Entender. ¿En qué significa entender?
Green.
No, ¿qué significa?
Green.
Oh. Green, it means green. It's in our green group. Yes, you guys are totally right. It's in our green group.
To understand.
It means to understand, and it's in our green group, which is what kind of stem changers? E to I-E. Muy bien. I'm so thrilled, though, that you guys remember the colors and that it's actually working to coordinate them that way. No, I do not understand you. Are you guys dying or are you okay?
No, I'm great.
Ish. I want you to know this is pretty hardcore. This is upper level. This is getting pretty hardcore. Okay, so I expect that today, if you walk out of here today and you're at a 3, I will be thrilled. A 3 says, I understand what we're doing. I think I can do it, but I might make mistakes. I definitely need my notes or a friend to help me out. Okay? If you are at that point today, I will be thrilled. Okay?
Why does it say butterfly on the board?
Thank you for reminding me. We have to watch a video later. Okay. ¿Nos entienden ustedes? ¿Nos entienden ustedes? ¿Nos entienden ustedes?
Do you understand us? Do you all follow?
Do you all formal understand who?
Us.
Us is the question. Do you all formal understand us?
Yes.
Okay. So, mademoiselle, what is the conjugated verb up there? Yeah. Good girl. Entienden.
What's the answer to that question?
Entienden.
That was French.
Yeah, it is. Step number 2, what do I do, Miss Stevens?
You ask who or what for intended.
Okay, so do that for me. What would our 2 questions be?
Who do you informal understand?
Who do you all formal understand, or?
What do you all?
Perfect, 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 and that's hard. Who do you all formal understand, or what do you all formal understand? And the answer is?
Who do you all follow?
Us, right? Is our, or like, as far as our question, the answer is like us. Do you all formal understand us? So we're going to say yes. And how are you going to start your answer if you see ustedes inside the question marks?
Yes, we understand.
Yes, we understand, so how would you like me to do that? So sí, nosotros
No, wait.
No.
entendemos.
No entendemos.
Oh, why?
Because if it's in the nosotros form, you don't need a conjugate.
Okay, we always stem change in every single form except the nosotros and the vosotros. Entendemos.
Do we know why?
Because.
Just
Okay.
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 Si nosotros entendemos, yes, we understand.
Los.
Who do we understand?
Them.
Them.
Los.
you guys.
We don't understand us.
It'd be you guys, so it'd be both, right?
It would be
Los.
We're not going to do vosotros right now, so we'll just pretend it's formal here.
So it's low.
So it's love because that's where it said is.
Y'all
inside
formal.
You said you were going to
Y'all
do instead.
We're not.
No, she said no.
Si nosotros los entendemos. Do you all formal understand us? Yes, we understand
You.
all. You all. Yes, we understand you all. Now, everything bien? Todo bien here?
No.
I see one error. Raise your hand when you see my error.
Wait, I got it.
I have an error.
Oh.
What did I ask you? What did I answer?
If we understand them.
I said, do you all formal understand us? And you said, if we understand you all formal. How do you make it? Yes, we understand you.
Acento sobre la
Acento sobre la I. Sobre la I. Muy bien. Acento sobre la I. Más o menos, are we okay here? More or less? A little bit? Okay, por favor, open your packets up. I'm going to do one example with you. I think this went really well. You guys did a great job today.
I liked it.
You did a really good job. So open up your packets, and I'd love you to open it up to the very last page. The very last page. Okay?
Page 3 is homework for us tonight.
No, just don't worry about that.
Okay.
For a second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay? Are there any questions on what we've done so far before we move on? Anything people are like, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I don't get this. Why do we do this?
So there's, for the test, are we gonna go over vosotros? Will
No.
vosotros be on there?
No,
Okay.
will not be on there. Nope, good question. Anyone else? No. Okay, good. Highly suggest you take awesome notes on this and that you maybe look at these notes, possibly maybe perhaps before the quiz.
When is the quiz?
El viernes, good question. We're gonna have a quiz on Friday. Okay, now, let's take a look at the example from your packet. So, the very first one in your packet says, ¿Dónde pone el botones las maletas? So, ¿Dónde pone el botones las maletas? Kimber, can I have a DOP packet? It's vertically in the bin on the shelf.
Where does the bellhop put the suitcases?
Okay, where does the bellhop put the suitcases? Now, this is tricky because we have two nouns in this sentence. We have the bellhop and we have las maletas. We have the bellhop and we have las maletas. ¿Dónde pone el botones las maletas? Perfect. ¿Dónde pone el botones las maletas? Okay, so first of all, identify your conjugated verb. Pone. Now ask your questions because that's what's going to help you to know which one of those two is the DOP. Do you think I purposely made one female and one male?
Nope.
Yeah, I did. That way on the quiz, you have to know the difference between the two. You can't just, I'm not going to put two masculines on there. That way you can guess low whether either one it is, right? Okay. So you ask yourself, the bellhop puts, he puts, who does he put or what does he put? What does he put? And what would your answer be? Las maletas. So box it. Box it. And what would you replace las maletas with? Las. You would replace las maletas with las. Okay. And then in the answer, it tells you you're going to answer in the car. Okay. In el coche. So where does the bellhop put the suitcases? So let's start with the bellhop. ¿Cómo se dice the bellhop?
El botones.
El botones. What does he do? Pone. He puts. What does he put?
Las.
Las, them. And where's DOP? DOP, you can put it.
Before the conjugated verb.
Okay, so las.
Yeah.
Las pone. Now, did I answer the question?
No.
No, I have not answered the question. So we need to add in el coche. In the coche. What is a coche? In the car. In the car.
Pone is feminine.
Pone doesn't have a sex because it is a verb.
Okay.
Pone is the he, she form of poner. That's a great
But
question.
remember that you're not answering for that, you're answering for where you answer for the
Where?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Good question. Okay, so we do, and that's why this is getting complicated because not only does your verb have to agree with who's doing the verb, your verb and your subject have to agree. Now you also have to have your direct object pronoun match your direct object, okay? But does this change ever your verb?
No.
No, it's never going to affect your verb at all. We don't care about the sex of the person doing the action. That doesn't matter at all to us. Okay, that's not going to change it masculine, feminine. It's always based on what it is that we're talking about, the direct object of the sentence, whether it's a person or a thing. Okay, ¿todo bien? Are we there?
Yep.
¿Sí? Okay, muy bien. Adiós.